I'm here with Chris Fleming,
Where?
and
Where are we? I have no idea.
in Pennsylvania, Jim Thorpe, Pennsylvania. We just actually got through with filming with A&E for Psychic Kids, who was hosting, and we're lucky enough to get a few minutes with you just to kind of ask some questions. How did you feel the investigation went to, like, last night and actually over a few days?
I thought it was very cool. The one thing I liked about it the most was the fact of having the kids, go into their own little area and investigate on their own, instead of me always having done that, to kind of sit back on the monitor and watch and kind of coach. I think that's very cool. It allows me to kind of become the teacher instead of always the one that's being put in those dark moments, because I'm still afraid of the dark. But no, I'm just kidding. But it's cool to see, them in my role that I did for years, and it's fun because I get to apply the things that I've learned over the years and ever since childhood and put it to use for them. By kind of saying, okay, do this, do that, and then let them just have the freedom to do whatever they feel.
Being able to show children what you have learned pretty much, half your life, what do you think, is it going to improve on their ability to develop their psychic abilities?
Absolutely. The biggest thing is awareness. The more people that are able to share their experiences and feel comfortable doing that, the more people are going to become curious about it and want to go, okay, maybe people aren't crazy because so many people are having these experiences. And then the people that aren't sure, it's going to help them open up their mind to realize that, wow, these are a lot of normal people that are having these experiences, and they become intrigued by it, to where they start opening up and having their own experiences. And I think that's what it's all about. When we become aware of something, oh wow, I never noticed that before. I didn't know that existed. And it's with anything in life. It's any education or fad or anything like that. The more people that become involved, the more popular it becomes. And I think that's what this is all about. But what it's really about is people allowing them to express themselves, and share with what's really going on in life, instead of keeping it quiet, keeping it reserved, and having that burden their whole life and not getting the right answers. It gives us that have gone through this before the opportunity to help people learn the truth, learn what's really going on, and become comfortable enough with it that they can go out and have a normal life, as well as actually have an accentuated life, because they're aware of so many other things, and they can apply those into some of the things they do, whether it's their success, their goals, or even their relationships.
As a child, when you were realizing that you had these psychic abilities, how did you overcome your fears? I don't know if you had help like these children had.
No, I didn't.
But how did you force yourself to overcome your fears or get over the fears? Did you have a fear of it, or?
Absolutely. I had fear of it every night for many years, until I just got tired of being afraid. It's as if myself got mad at myself and said, that's it, I broke, I lost it. And I went through the house with a cross. This black mass was coming down the stairs, and I said, I'm not afraid of you anymore, this is it. And I was bawling, but I was also screaming and yelling. And I just believed that this cross I had in my hand was going to protect me, as well as the faith that I had. And surprisingly enough, it was gone. And nothing happened again. There was still stuff there, I knew it was, but it didn't interact with me anymore. It didn't bother me anymore. And because of that, I was able to just forget about it for many years and just enjoy life as I went into high school, and going into college, and I really didn't think about it anymore until I started having some experiences in college again. In
regards to protection, do you have any advice?
It's a personal question. Wow, never been asked that before. Cut. Just never had anybody present a question like that to me before. What time is it? It's only 1:30 in the afternoon. I'm sorry.
In regards to spiritual protection, do you have anything to recommend people, especially in the field of ghost hunting and going out there and helping others in the paranormal? Is there anything that you would recommend that they can protect themselves from anything, either following them, becoming attached to them?
Well, here's the thing that bothers me about that question is I can go say, okay, just sit yourself and meditate around this white light around you. That's all fine and dandy, but it has to do with what's going on in the person inside. It has to do with what their beliefs are, because you could tell them, okay, here, hold this cross, or put this white light around you. And they might hold that cross and nothing happens, okay? Yet they're getting attacked by all these entities and stuff. It's because you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in and understand who you truly are. That is what's going to protect you, not just some object, not just some invisible shield that you can't see. If you really believe in yourself and believe that you're protected and know that there's these other angelic beings, that there's these other powerful light beings that we don't fully understand yet, that are there that you can connect with, and that you are a part of that whole thing, then that white light begins to unfold amongst you, because that is your environmental belief that you're creating for yourself. Mm-hmm. People that are always negative always continue to have negative things happen for them because that's their belief system, right? When we look at exorcisms and people that are possessed, a lot of these people is because they're terrified and they're afraid to even believe in a higher power, or they don't believe they can be protected, and they're getting attacked because they become victims. But people that stand up and say, no, I'm not going to let this happen, and it's not going to happen to me because I'm tired of this, they're strong individuals, they can overcome that. So for me to just go tell somebody this is what you need to do, that might fit maybe 5 or 6 people, but 100, 200 people, it may not fit. Yeah. So it's going to be different for every person. It starts from within inside and it grows to the outside. That's what's going to protect you.
What was the most compelling thing that you've ever had, or most shocking experience that you've had with the paranormal?
My life?
Yeah.
There's
that you
probably
recall the most.
Too many to mention. I recall a lot of them. I mean, I recall, something that happened over a month ago, seeing this black figure stand right there in front of me, try to intimidate me. But then I remember my childhood with my father sleeping next to me and this creature that appeared, to the side of the bed. And I remember the first time one of my friends slipped over, and this blue-green aura ghost that was hovering, that looked completely confused, didn't know where it was hovering there. And I'm like calling for my dad, like, Dad, Dad, Dad. He comes into the room, turns on the light, and this thing goes, and it's gone. Stuff like that. Or, the time I first channeled and I felt something come through and start speaking, I lost control and I just didn't know what was happening to me. And I was freaked out, So the thing is there's so many different things. But it's okay that I displayed fear. It's okay I was afraid. It's okay that I went through that, because it makes me who I am today. So that when I see other people that are going through experiences, whether it's a children or an adult, I understand. I've been through that. Yeah. There's really not too many things I haven't been through. And regardless, I'm very grounded that I still get startled. I still get freaked out because there's still that childhood in me that has never grown up. Yeah, you saw that clip I showed you. Yeah, I still get freaked out because there's still that child in me that hasn't grown up with all this. There's the intelligence side, the maturity of dealing with it, but there's still that child that gets excited, gets that rush, and still gets afraid at times. And I'm not afraid to display that. It's all part of who we are. It's our emotions.
Do you have any advice for people who are questioning whether or not they have psychic abilities?
I think the first thing is understand, as much as you can about the mind. I mean, we know the mind exists, but yet science can't prove it. And that's the biggest, craziest thing in the world. It's like, oh yeah, science is. We know the mind exists, but yet we can't prove it. So when we say, well, science proves everything, but it doesn't prove the mind, parapsychology was basically created to study the mind and figure it out. And then you have to look at what we do know about clairaudient, clairvoyant, know the different terms, know the different reasons of how these abilities work, and then compare it with some of the things that are happening in your life. The premonitions, the dreams you have, like you start to hear things but they're not there. Does it mean that you have these abilities? Possibly. Does it mean you have something wrong with you? Psychologically? Possibly. You have to look at all these different factors. And just because you have these dreams, and this doesn't mean that you're psychic or sensitive, it means that you're having an experience. Find out what that experience is. We can all teach, each other things. Anybody says that they know it all, I'm sorry, you don't know it all. Because, I thought I did many times, and I continue to have experiences that I shake my head and go, wow, that was cool. That's something new for the books. And I know my life's going to continue to have new experiences, and everybody's will too.
How did you feel the investigation on Saturday night and being able to investigate with us? What were your thoughts on investigating with us?
It was good. I was always hungry at the time. I had this craving for like an apple or a pear or something. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. What? Shaking your head over there. You're like, shut up. He's an idiot. No, I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was really cool. And I think I like what you guys are doing. You're very specific. You're organized, and utilizing some of the equipment, watching the screens. I love doing that. I like separating myself from the investigation and watching from a distance and kind of interacting. That was the coolest part of the whole night, I think, because we've all done the investigating, but when you can see it from a different angle, a different side, that's what's the best part. It's cool. So I appreciate it. You guys did great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.